So what I did find, what I see is on the lateral view of his hips, there is in the vertebrae underneath, there's like some bony kind of, it's like a bony growth there. And I think that's causing what right now, like it looks like he's got almost paralysis of that left hind leg.
And he holds his paw like this.
He does, and he can't right it, and that goes that's a sign that he doesn't have that feeling. Like if you flip the paw over like this, and he doesn't immediately go like this, that means he has nerve deficits. So it looks like at the bottom of the vertebrae on that sacrum is where that bony growth is probably causing pressure on the nerve, and that's what's causing him to not be able to feel that where he's pulling that over. But so to see that, I thought, oh, that's why he's not feeling things. But there also was so much swelling around the stifle, like his knee. So when we got down and took that x-ray, there's a whole bunch of kind of bony proliferation there, and there's a break.
Which means?
It's like a growth of extra bone all around there. And there's a break right on the side of the bone. There's an actual fracture right there. But what it looks is like actually, that quite possibly is cancer in that bone.
Seriously.
And that's what happens. Any kind of cancer that is in the hind legs is down towards the knee. The only way to know for sure is to actually get a sample. So that is going to the vet college. For him to have a fracture like that, just like it's basically like if this was his leg bone, it's a fracture that comes out like this, and it looks like the reason that fracture happened is because all this bone is mottled and weak, and that is usually the sign of a. Hi, there's Odin. There he comes in. He says, "There I am." I had lots of treats. I got some X-rays. And so it seems like that's the cause. There's a drink. It looks like the cause of the break is because that bone is damaged, and with what that looks like on X-ray, that does look like cancerous.
Is there any reason you can put a time on this when this happened, Joe?
So with the part where he can't feel the things down like that that actually has been ongoing. So what happens is on that vertebrae where that little growth came, that happens as they get older. The vertebrae kind of, instead of being like this, they fuse together a little bit, and you can see where they're fused together right at the back, right at the end of his back there, and that causes pressure on the nerve, which can cause nerve deficits down the leg, like how he's got that leg tipped over. But right there on his knee, right there on his knee is where, when I was taking the hip x-ray, I saw all this kind of bony, like it just looks like moth-eaten. Like that's what it looks like little holes almost in the bone. And I'll show you the x-rays.
No, that's okay.
Yeah. And that's where there's an actual break in the bone. But it's kind of like with people, when they get cancer of the bone, that type of thing, then the bone's really easy to break. And that kind of break that he has right there, that's not a normal break. It's not through the bone. It's like there's a piece off the side of the bone. But like I say, the only way to know for sure